Hello, mythology lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're journeying into the heart of Asgard to explore one of its most powerful and enigmatic figures, the Queen of the Aesir, the goddess Frigg. You've probably heard of Odin, the All-Father, but what do we really know about the woman who shares his throne? Is she merely Odin's wife, or is she a formidable force in her own right? Let's uncover the truth about the magnificent Frigg, the weaver of destinies and the keeper of secrets. Frigg is often described as the goddess of foresight, wisdom, marriage, and motherhood. She resides in her grand hall Fensalir, which translates to fen halls or marsh halls. This might sound a bit damp, but imagine a serene, misty palace, a place of peace and contemplation. It's from here that Frigg manages her vast domain. As Odin's wife, she is the only other being permitted to sit upon his high throne, Esgajalef. From this vantage point, she can gaze across all the 9 realms, seeing everything that transpires. This isn't just a privilege, it's a testament to her equal standing and importance. While Odin seeks knowledge through sacrifice and relentless questing, Frigg possesses a different kind of wisdom, an innate, intuitive foresight. The sagas tell us she knows the fates of all, though she speaks no prophecy. Think about that for a moment. She holds the knowledge of the future, but chooses her words with immense care. This makes her a being of incredible restraint and power. She's not just a passive observer. She's a silent guardian of cosmic secrets. One of Frigg's most prominent roles is that of a weaver. But she doesn't just weave cloth. She is said to weave the clouds and, on a much grander scale, the very threads of fate itself. This connects her to other powerful female figures in Norse mythology, the Norns, who also spin the destinies of gods and mortals. While the Norns set the course, some interpretations suggest Frigg can influence or alter these threads. She is the ultimate matriarch, working behind the scenes to protect her family and her people. Her spinning wheel is a symbol of her power to shape reality, to create order out of chaos, and to connect the past, present, and future into a single, intricate tapestry. This makes her the patroness of not just housewives and mothers, but of anyone who creates, nurtures, and builds. Now, let's talk about her family. Frigg is the mother of 2 sons, the radiant and beloved god Baldr and the blind god Aesir. Her love for Baldr is the subject of one of the most heart-wrenching tales in all of Norse mythology. When Baldr began having dreams foretelling his own death, a frantic Frigg embarked on a monumental quest. She traveled through all the 9 realms, extracting an oath from every single thing from fire and water, to stones and trees, to animals and diseases that they would not harm her son. Everything agreed, except for one tiny, seemingly insignificant plant, the Miss Frigg overlooked it, considering it too young and harmless to pose a threat. This single oversight would prove catastrophic. The gods, now believing Baldr to be invincible, made a sport of throwing things at him, watching in amazement as every object veered away. But the trickster god Loki, ever the agent of chaos, discovered Frigg's secret. Disguised as an old woman, he coaxed the information about the mistletoe out of her. Loki then fashioned a dart from the plant and gave it to Baldr's blind brother Hr, guiding his hand to throw it. The mistletoe pierced Baldr, and he fell down dead, sending a shock-wave of grief through all of Asgard. This story reveals the depth of Frigg's power and her very human-like vulnerability. She is a queen who can command the elements, yet her love for her child leads to a single, fatal mistake. Her pain is profound, a mother's eternal sorrow. But Frigg does not simply surrender to despair. In her grief, she displays incredible strength. She dispatches the messenger Hermoa to the underworld, Hel, to plead for Baldr's return. Hel, the ruler of the dead, agrees. But on one condition: every single thing in all the worlds, living and dead, must weep for Baldr. Once again, Frigg's influence is called upon as messengers are sent out to fulfill this task. And everything weeps: the gods, the giants, the dwarfs, even the rocks and trees. But again, a single being refuses. A giantess thought to be Loki in disguise scoffs at the request. Because of this one refusal, Baldr is forced to remain in the underworld until after Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. Frigg's story is thus a powerful tragedy about love, loss, and the limits of even divine power. Beyond her role as a mother, Frigg is a figure of immense wisdom and counsel. She is Odin's primary confidant, while he wanders the realms seeking knowledge from others. It is to Frigg he returns for advice and solace. There's a famous poem where Odin and Frigg engage in a contest of wits, each championing a different tribe of warriors. It shows them as equals, a divine power couple who challenge and respect one another. She isn't afraid to disagree with the All-Father and even outsmart him on occasion. This challenges the simplistic view of her as just a domestic goddess. She is a queen, a strategist, and a political player in the court of Asgard. Her knowledge of fate gives her a unique perspective that even Odin lacks. He sees what is, she knows what will be. Frigg is also attended by a host of loyal handmaidens, each representing an aspect of her own power. There's Fulla, her confidant, who carries her personal ashwood box and knows all her secrets. There's Gian, her swift messenger, who rides the horse Hofvarpner across the sky and sea. And there's Achellan, whose name means protector, tasked with guarding those whom Frigg wishes to shield from danger. These handmaidens aren't just servants, they are extensions of Frigg herself, illustrating the many facets of her divine responsibilities: secrecy, communication, and protection. Together, they form a powerful feminine court that underscores Frigg's authority and influence in Asgard. So, who is Frigg? She is so much more than just Odin's wife. She is the keeper of cosmic secrets, the weaver of destiny, the fierce protector of her children, and the wise counselor to the king of the gods. Her story is one of immense power, deep love, and heartbreaking tragedy. She embodies the quiet strength, the intuitive wisdom, and the enduring resilience of the feminine divine. Frigg shows us that true power isn't always loud and aggressive. Sometimes, it's the quiet, steady hand that shapes the world, the knowing silence that holds more wisdom than 1,000 spoken words. She is the heart of Asgard, the queen whose presence brings balance to the often chaotic world of the Norse gods. What do you find most fascinating about Frigg? Is it her foresight, her tragic story with Baldr, or her role as Odin's equal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Norse mythology, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tales of gods and heroes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.